right, guys. This is Topps Chrome. We're doing half of this case and half of a jumbo case. So and then I've got a clearly authentic case. And then I've got a single box break of Topps Chrome. So we've got a bit to do tonight, but it's all relatively fast. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Let's see here. That's right there. All right. Good luck. Let's see what we can pull, all right? Giancarlo refractor. Arroyo. Nick Williams. Ohtani refractor, nice card. Bring that down a little bit. Ohtani base. Felix Jorge, base auto. Chris Bryant. DeJong. Ohtani insert. Nice Ohtani box. Aaron Judge. Confetti refractor. Orange JD Davis auto. 24 of 25 on the JD Davis. That's a nice card. Get that up. All right, guys, that's probably all the autos, but I don't know. We've already hit 3 Ohtanis. Let's see what else we can get out of this one. Giolito. Taiwan Walker refractor. Andrew Stevenson. Prism. Ahmed. Glaber. Victor Robles. Adrian Beltre. It's a nice card. That is a variation. Future Hall of Famer. I like that card too. I like all the variations, to be honest with you. That's a cool card. Cool card. Variations in hobby are tough pulls, at least for me. I hit more of the parallels than I do the actual base variations. The base variations are refractors, but you know what I mean. This is number 1. Yep, number 1. Michael Fulmer. Did I put you in 1 or 2? I probably put you in 2. Do you know which division you got? Purple Anthony Banda for the Rays. If you hit his auto, it's a Diamondback. Keuchel refractor. AL East, that's a good division to have. The AL East and the NL East, I think, are, oh, I can't see. Hold on, I gotta put my glasses on. Are your best 2 divisions. The AL West can be the best division, but you have to hit the Ohtani auto. Chris Bryant. All right, box 1. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. These don't take very long, maybe 40 minutes or so, so half an hour probably or so. So I should be to that one pretty soon. Paul Goldschmidt refractor. Did you get a package recently where the hits weren't sleeved, just top loaded? I had a couple of people say they've gotten some packages like that, which is really frustrating because that should never happen. And all of my staff say, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me. And I'm not sure which one it was. Dustin Fowler. Austin Hayes. I raised hell, but, you know, I'm not sure. Tim Anderson. Chance Cisco. Giancarlo. Zach Granite refractor. Throw the others in the basement. Your basement's got to be pretty full by now. Mazzara Prism. Castro refractor. Trey Turner blue refractor. It's a nice card. The pit of misery. Devers refractor. That's another nice card. Here's an auto. Jackson Stevens refractor auto to $4.99. NL Central. Frazier, Aaron Judge refractor. Here's the other auto. No, I lied. Wow, that's a cool car. Glaber Torres to 99. 31 of 99 on the Glaber. It's a nice hit. I like it. Still missing the last auto. It's in here somewhere. Victor Robles. Rhys Hoskins. Delmonico refractor. All right, so this should be the auto right here. Yeah. Victor Arano. NL East. Victor Arano. All right, let's do a jumbo. Devers. JD Davis refractor. Max Fried refractor auto. NL East. Otani. Miguel Andujar Prism. AJ Minter, another Braves auto. Glaber, Victor Robles. Sang, Giancarlo. Castillo, blue refractor. For the Reds. Lucas Sims for the Braves. So that's 3 Braves autos in a row. Let's try to get somebody else on the board here. Rhys Hoskins refractor. It's a nice card. Brian Anderson, again, NL East. I think this box has been all NL East, to be honest with you. Starlin Castro, NL East, purple refractor. Mookie Betts refractor. Bellinger, Thomas Nido, NL East. Look at that. Gold auto. All NL East. The entire box was NL East. That's insane. At least it wasn't just a box break. Rhys Hoskins. Acuna. All right, so look at the autos we hit. The last 5 autos. The Mets, 39 of 50. The Marlins, Lucas Sims, AJ Minter, and a Max Fried refractor auto, all NL East. And even Victor Arano from the box before. So 6 NL East autos in a row. 6 in a row. That's crazy. Three refractors in that pack. Kimbrel, Diaz, and Tim Anderson all were refractors. This one too. Williams and Arano are both refractors, and then there's the insert. Do they have refractor hot boxes? Because this one too. Well, the Tyler Wade is a refractor anyway. And the insert, the Mike Trout is. Jackson Stevens, Tyler, yeah, 3 in here too. Reese Hoskins. Must be a refractor hot box. I didn't know they had those. J.P. Crawford. Rowdy Reed, NL East. 7 in a row for the NL East. Dominic Smith, Alex Bregman. J.D. Davis, Nomar Mazara. Flaherty and Frazier. And Didi Gregorius. Prism. Alcantara, Ian Happ. Adam Jones. Another 3 in that one. Brian Dozier. John Lester, Daniel Murphy to 99, NL East. Mejia, Mancini, Ozuna, lots of refractors. Ozzie Albies refractor. Quintana, negative. Bryce Harper and Colome. Correa and Didi Gregorius. Acuna refractor. Breivik Valera. NL Central. We finally got somebody else. Somebody. Acuna Prism, NL East. Yeah, I'm going to do Jim Rice tomorrow because I forgot to send the tweet out. So I'm just going to do Jim Rice tomorrow. Reese Hoskins. But I'm doing the box break tonight. That one's tonight. I was exhausted last night, and when these breaks hadn't filled, I kind of just took off. Went home, went to sleep, slept like 10 hours. I was exhausted. Thomas Nito back to the NL East. Back to the NL East. Rhys Hoskins. Alex Colomé. Alex Reyes, Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper, Andrew Stevenson, NL East. So they've got 9 of the last 10 autos have been NL East autos. Syndergaard. I've got 3 breaks to do. Oh, you know what? The Adrian Beltre wasn't. I lied. I gotta take that down before I look ridiculous on Twitter. It's just such a cool picture. It looks like a variation, but it's not. All right, I took it down. That's funny. It doesn't that look like a variation and then with a refractor on top of it? Ah, it does. I tell you, it does. Ohtani. Rendon. Didi Gregorius. That's too funny. That box, I've got 3 breaks. I got this break, one exactly like it next, and then I've got the Ozzy Albies, Prism, Kyle Farmer, National League West, and then I've got that box break. So it should be, I don't know, hour and a half from now maybe? Something like that. Not too late. After 10, I'm pretty sure. 10 East. I don't know what you're talking about. Can't find it on Twitter. Chris Davis. Maeda. NL East. AJ Minter. Refractor auto. That shows you how long it's been since I've opened Topps Chrome. Oh. Jose Altuve. Uh-oh. Wow. Red Andujar rookie 4 of 5. Screenshot that. I'm about to. Oh, NL East. Wow. Nice card. Very nice card. Ooh, that's a nice hit. Very, very nice. Yeah, the NL East has a ton of autos. A ton. They haven't really hit the big names, though, but they're making up for it. What they're missing in quality, they're making up for in quantity. Aaron Judge, Gohara, Devers, and I want to say, I thought there was still another auto, but maybe not. No, because there was one in the Andujar pack. Yeah, okay. Hunter Renfroe refractor. And that is that. It's a nice box, though. Okay. Back to Hobby. Gregorius, George Springer refractor. Acuna. Victor Robles. Aaron Judge refractor. Moranta for the Giants. NL West. Jonathan Shoup refractor. Bryce Harper. Felix Jorge refractor. Brandon Woodruff, NL Central. I went and saw 2 movies this weekend with my godson. We went and saw The Meg, and we went and saw Alpha. Well, I take that back. No, we did go and see Alpha, but I slept through Alpha. But I watched The Meg. But I didn't get a lot of sleep, so I made up for a couple hours of it there. Victor Arano. Noah Syndergaard, Trevor Bauer power. Noah Syndergaard. NL East. No, I mean, he loved it. He loved Alpha, so even more than he liked the Meg. But he's autistic, so I don't know what to tell you. Paul DeJong. The parts of it that I saw seemed good. Greg Allen to 99. I don't know. I mean, you got to go into the Meg expecting it to be a dumb, entertaining movie where they hunt a prehistoric shark. If you do that, then you're like, yes. You're like, yes. Because that's all, you know, that's it. You got the movie down just like that. I mean, the stuff that they come up with is just utterly ridiculous, but it's entertaining. I think they marketed it pretty well, you know. They didn't really market it as... I think at first, the first previews I saw, they were taking it a little too serious. And then they kind of changed the previews to make it more look like a comedy, I think. Ohtani. Tyler O'Neill. Ohtani again. Victor Caratini, NL Central. Andrew McCutchen. Really? Wow, I did not know that. Garrett Cooper, NL East, purple auto. I didn't know that they had to change it. The worst movie ever made. Putting it up there, huh? Matt Chapman. $2.99. He's having a good year. Scott Kingery, Prism. Alex Mejia, NL Central. I haven't hit a lot of AL Central. I know I've hit one. I think the first auto was AL Central, but I think that might be it. So that's the spot I'd like to hit, you know, a nice colored auto or a couple autos. Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. I remember the one about the president, but I don't remember one about Jesus Christ. Chris Bryant, Chance Cisco, AL East. Switch it up a little bit. Maeda for the Dodgers, purple refractor. That's funny. You know what we haven't hit is any redemptions, which might be why the redemptions are generally pretty good. Acuna. And then one more auto. NL Central, Jackson Stevens, that's his second auto. You know, I don't know. I saw they were trying really hard to make it like extra interesting. Like this one's really mean. I don't know. Same Godson, he saw the preview and is very excited for the movie. But he's pretty much excited for every movie. So I don't know. Clayton Kershaw. I'm doing good, thank you. Alex Colomé. Andrew Benintendi. Lindor and Fried getting the extra refractors in this one. This one had three. I don't really like the National, to be honest with you. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I haven't really paid a lot of attention about Supers, to be honest with you. I don't generally have a good time at the National. Ozzy Albies, Prism. You know, I'm not there looking for anything, so. But I did have a good time at the VIP party. And the one person I kept going looking for, Kevin at Tops. I couldn't catch him. He was there, but I didn't catch him. So, but I had a good vacation. Altogether, I had a great vacation. I was pretty happy with it. But the Nationals just really not my thing, you know. Brett Gardner, Andrews. I normally have to explain to people. Yeah. Did I tell you that story? It's a pretty funny story. Austin Hayes, Nito, Peters. AL East, Richard Urena, auto. Yeah, right. Like going to Walmart at all. I hate Walmart. Yeah, so this is what happened. We flew into Washington D.C. and spent like 5 days there. We went to the monuments, and you know, I like D.C. and two of the kids that were with me, they had never been, so my two godsons, they were like, yeah, let's take them. So I was like, okay. They like DC too, so we ended up going to DC again. But I had a good time, got to see all the monuments, went to the Nationals game. It was awesome. So had a good time. Well, we're flying from DC to Cleveland on Wednesday. And Troy Scribner, my goddaughter, has a Topps backpack on. And that's terrible. She has a Topps backpack on. Well, one of the people on the flight, we had a connection in North Carolina, and one of the people boarding the plane in North Carolina to go to Cleveland was a manager at Topps, and he seen her in the backpack, and so he came up to me, and we were talking. And we had met before, so he knew me, and he was like, you know, so how are you doing? You're going to go to the National? And I was like, well, I'm actually traveling to Cleveland, but I'm not going to the National. Ryan McMahon, refractor auto, and so he asked me why, and I explained to him about the Panini VIP party, which is funny talking to a guy from Topps. So when we get off the plane, he was waiting for us. And he invited me to throw out the first pitch at a Marlins baseball game. And so my godson actually is who I gave that to. I was like, you know, can my godson do it? He's like, absolutely. So he got to throw out the first pitch. Hold on one second. Let's try that again. Glaber, not Bader. I think it is Glaber, though. I think Baders are live. Glaber, AL East. So I thought that was, you know, that was really nice. But I guess what had happened is when he was on the plane, he got an email asking him to find somebody to throw out the first pitch. And since I was on the plane, he was like, hey, want to do it? So I thought that was pretty nice of him. You know, that was a very nice gesture. And my godson had a blast. He thought he was actually playing. He thought he had to play in the game, which is hysterical. But he's the one. He's on the spectrum, just barely, but on the spectrum. So you have to be very careful how you explain things to him. But anyway, So then next thing I know, I get a phone call from Blowout, and they were like, how many tickets do you need to the National? So I guess what he had done is he had talked to Blowout, and in the course of the conversation brought up that I had told him that I wasn't going to the National, and so I wasn't. And anyway, we ended up getting invited, and Blowout let me go and bring the kids to the National VIP party because of Tops. So telling my sob story to Tops got my godson to throw out the first pitch, AL Central, Zach Granite, and got me to a Panini VIP party. I don't know how that works, but that ended up being what happened. It wasn't, he's already done it. It was the 11th, and Victor Robles refractor, and we taped it because we weren't home. We taped it, but it wasn't on the national broadcast. I think it was probably on the local broadcast, but it wasn't on the national one, so we don't even have it. Sean Doolittle to 99, and JD Davis, go with his orange. JD Davis for the Astros, AL West. Yeah, that's why I was looking for him at the National to say thank you. Glaber, Bryce Harper, and my godson wanted to say thank you for, you know, letting him throw out the first pitch. But he had a blast. What I need to do is, I never did send him. I'm glad you reminded me. I need to send him a message. Bryce Harper. Reese Hoskins for the Phillies. That Reese Hoskins auto, by the way, is awesome. Joey Gallo, blue refractor for the Rangers. But it's another NL East. Let me see what that's numbered to. I think it's 150. Well, so I gotta grab it for a second. Take a look. I was so caught up in telling my story. That's a big hit right there. $60 of 150 on the Reese Hoskins. Nice card. All right, last box. And then we're going to do basically this again. And then I've got clearly authentic break to do. And then we're doing a 1-box free group break. I'm not shipping base cards, but anything numbered. And of course any autos. So more refractors, just a ton of refractors in this case. Yeah, I would take them. They would love it. We always miss the one in Tampa because it's at the same time as the National every year. Tampa's Comic-Con is the same weekend as the National, like 5 years in a row. So we've missed it every time. Yeah, they'd like it. They like it when I go and I buy supplies. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. The NL East has just slaughtered 1 of 5. 1 of 5. Holy cow. Look at that. Jeez. What a hit. Yeah, just so. That's the second red, first red auto, but man. That's crazy. You know what? putting this tweet up about the NL East, I might as well do the Hoskins too. I don't like doing the Hoskins because the wave autos, they look fine in person, but they don't really look good over the camera, or they don't photograph very well, I think, because of the wave behind them messes with the image. All right, so there's still one auto left in here. Ohtani refractor. That's the second refractor we've hit of Ohtani. And both in hobby boxes too. Of course, this is kind of a refractor hot case. That's probably a Cuda. Eric Confetti, blue refractor. Scribner. Walker Buehler refractor. Look at that. Andujar for the AL East. Nice card. Beltre. Confetti refractor. Verdugo. Jake Lamb. Bryce Harper. Mejia. AL Central. Purple refractor rookie. Herendon. Glaber refractor, Victor Robles refractor. All right, so this is how we did. There was a ton of refractors in here. There was several boxes that just had refractor after refractor after refractor, like 3 refractors in a pack. So there's tons. The hobby case had a ton of refractors. Mejia, Confetti. Ohtani refractor, Gallo, Doolittle, Votto, Ohtani, Ozzie Albies, Maeda, Matt Chapman to 99, Ohtani, Greg Allen to 99, Syndergaard, Miguel Andujar, 4 of 5, Ozzie Albies, Prism, Ohtani, Acuna Prism, Daniel Murphy to 99, Castro, Castillo, Andujar Prism, Ohtani, Glaber to 99, Devers, Trey Turner, Anthony Banda. I thought this was a variation. I didn't look at the numbers on the back because I didn't have my glasses on. It's just such a cool photo. It just I was convinced that was a variation. It's not. Ohtani, and Ohtani refractor. So great, just great non-auto. That was a great case. Here come the autos. Andujar, AL East. Rhys Hoskins to 150, 60 of 150. JD Davis to 25, 24 of 25 on the JD Davis. 1 of 5 on the Victor Robles. 1 of 5. JD Davis, Zach Granite, Glaber base auto. That's a nice one. That one didn't get photographed or put on Twitter, so there's a surprise if you're watching on watching the recap for the break. Ryan McMahon refractor, NL West. Scribner, AL West. Urena, AL East. Jackson Stevens, NL Central. Cisco, AL East. Mejia, NL Central. NL East, Garrett Cooper, purple auto. Cubs, NL Central. Woodruff, NL Central. NL West, Moranta. NL East, Alcantara. AJ Minter. Watch how many of these start coming up now. NL East, Minter refractor. Farmer, NL West. Stevenson, NL East. Nito, NL East. Valera, NL Central. Reed, NL East. Arano, NL East. NL East, Freed refractor. Minter base, NL East. Sims, NL East. Brian Anderson, NL East. Thomas Nito, NL East. Gold to 50. 39 of 50. Jackson Stevens, NL Central. And Felix Jorge, AL Central. So just crazy, to be honest with you. Just crazy. Only 5 colors, so that means the next break will probably have a little bit more color. But the big color, we've got a gold, an orange, and a red. So there might still be a gold or two, gold or better or two in the next break, but I'm not sure. But all the big cards were, most of the big cards were NL East. They just, oh, look at their pile. That's their autos. That's insane. All right, guys. Next break coming up. Let me save this video. If you remove the month of June. That was a great case. Some big hits in there. All right, ready for the second half? Here we go. All right, guys, here comes the second half. These hobby boxes have been pretty hot, and there's been some refractor hot boxes in here, like 3 of them at least. So that might be the case that keeps on giving. So let's find out. We'll open 2 of these and then we'll go straight to the jumbo. All right, so this is the second half. So this is break 2 for tonight. After this, I'm going to do a clearly authentic break. And then after that, I'm doing a free box break of Hobby. So definitely hang out for that. It's probably more of just a spammer. But if you report it or send me a PM, I can look into it and just get rid of him. But he probably just joins a bunch of forums just to spam his business. If he's not here for the hobby, then we'll just get rid of him. We don't mind people selling on the forum, but we really want it for members, you know. Thomas Nito, we've got a couple people that only sell digital download stuff, and I leave them as long as they contribute a little bit. But if they're not doing that, see ya. We had a guy in, I guess, 2013. Always just bashing the forum. One of the basketball guys. And you know, I'll never promote Blowout again, and none of my friends are gonna ever promote. We're out of here, and I'm taking all my friends with us. And you know, so we told him, you know, don't let the door kick you in the ass on the way out. And ever since then, every little while, he sends a message trying to get reinstated. And it's like, you know, should we vote about it? No, we don't. We're not voting about it. I mean, did you see what the guy wrote on his way out? That's not the person you want to let back in. You know, consider it a blessing that he left and call it a day. I'm like, no. Starlin Castro. Barrios. Harrison Bader. Yeah, those are the ones that do. I'm like, oh my gosh. Just go somewhere. Leave me alone. Oh, that kind of snuck up on me. Refractor Parallel Chance Cisco. He's got base autos too because I've hit some. AL East. So NL East and AL East so far. We had one guy. All right, so check out what this guy did. This is how this guy. He sees somebody selling something, and so he sends him a message and says, "Hey, I would do $30 for this, this, and this." Right? And Buddy sends him back, "I accept. You know, that's a good deal. Here's my PayPal information. Please go ahead and claim it in the thread." You know, they want that so that it'll bump the thread and, you know, that kind of thing. So, dude's like, he waits a little while and then he says, "Hey, does this card have a scratch on it?" And guy says, No, I mean, it's just like it is in the picture. No scratch. So he says, "Oh, I think your cards have scratches. I don't want them anymore." And he's like, "Well, I'm going to leave you a negative. You know, you brought me the deal from my thread and I agreed, and you know, a deal's a deal." And he's like, "Well, I never claimed it in the thread like you asked me to. And I never sent you the money, so it's not a deal." And he's like, yeah, it is. So he leaves him a negative. And then that dude turns around, leaves him a negative, and sends me this long-winded ass message about how this guy They never had a deal, blah, 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 right? But I mean, I've been doing this for a while, so I can kind of see where this is going to go, right? And so I'm like, well, you know, if you didn't have a deal, go ahead and report the message showing you didn't have a deal, and you know, we'll definitely do something because we don't like being lied to. And then he sends me, I don't know, like 5 messages trying to explain how what he had already said wasn't a lie. And in the meantime, I send the other guy a message to say, hey, report your deal so I can, you know, so I have it for the log. He reports it clean as day, just like I told you, you know. And the other guy, in the meantime, left him a neg and then lied to me about it. So I just banned him, right? I don't got time for all that. AL West, JD Davis. So I banned him. He creates a new account. Guess what it's called? Free speech. That's what his new account's called. Free speech. So that's not like a red flag or anything, right? So I'm like, So I click the IP address and look for a match, and sure enough, it's that guy I just told you about. I just been like, yeah, nobody will notice. Nobody will notice. No, he's calling himself free speech. Yeah. Rule number 1's be honest. Don't waste my time. You know, I hate that. Cody Bellinger. You know, I'm adminning a forum of 50,000 members. Now, granted, not everybody's active all the time, but it is really active for a sports card forum. And I don't have time to put up with all that. Just tell me that. Even if I don't care if you're wrong. Just don't lie to me. Don't make me have to go around looking for who's telling the truth. I hate that. So yeah, he come back with free speech. So I guess he thought that's an excuse for lying. I don't know. He's got the free speech to lie. I'm like, dude. What the hell are you thinking about? Cody Allen. Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't even have gotten suspended for that. He'd have just wore his... that negative isn't going anywhere, right? I mean, that's all that would have been. He'd have gotten a negative, which he did get, and that was it. Now, for the retaliatory negative, as long as he's never done it before, it's 24 hours. That's it. 24 hours. I mean, you know. But when you do all that stuff together and compound it, you're gone. Especially if you're not, you know, I mean, he had been a member for a while, like a handful of years, but he only had a handful of posts, you know, so no, I know. Out there. You're obviously not contributing much to the forum, so I don't I don't lose any sleep. Anthony, Banda Orange, that's a nice card. 21 of 25, that's a good pitcher. Whenever the Rays can't afford him and he goes somewhere good, you're going to have the orange rookie of him. All right, let's do a jumbo. Yeah, I mean, if you back out of a deal, usually you can use communication. I mean, the guy didn't have to leave him a negative. I mean, I got that. But it's within his, you know, rights. If the dude sends you a deal and you agree to it from your thread, that's a deal all day. I don't care if you know, claimed it in the thread. That doesn't mean anything. Bryce Harper. Harrison Bader, NL Central. I don't remember that one, but Posey, Mejia. We do have some members of the mod team that find some things more offensive than others. Maya, another NL Central. Freddie Freeman. Gary Sanchez. Harrison Bader to 99. Harrison Bader insert to 99. Yeah. Parker Bridwell, AL West. He reported a lot of stuff. Seriously, once he was gone, the reports fell. I mean, easily by half. Easily. He did. He did a lot of reporting. Gregory Polanco. He even reported other forums. Look at this shit they're saying about me over here. Jacob DeGrom, Moncada, Thomas Nido, NL East refractor auto. That is the 4th Nido auto in 2 breaks. Yeah, he wasn't being honest. He was easily the #1 reporter, hands down. Now, he might not have reported whatever he was talking about at that time. That might have been somebody else. NL Central. But that man knew how to mash that report button, that's for sure. Ohtani. Giolito. Gold Castellanos. AL Central. Gold Castellanos. Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, obviously somebody screenshot it and sent it to him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had it to send to me. The only other option is if he snuck on with another account somehow. Ian Happ. Or if somebody let them use his login. Use their login. Paul DeJong. Albert Pujols refractor. Tanner Scott, AL East. Bradley Zimmer. Yeah, we get that too. Scott Kingery, Prism, nice card. Jake Lamb. Miguel Gomez. Jake Lamb Prism. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. I remember reading about them doing a big show. Biff and the mom. Look at that. You guys asked for him. Here he is. Acuna. NL East. Can you imagine if this was a big 2-case break? Well, that's good. Those two guys are pretty good judges of character. George Springer. I wish I could have told everyone the truth about that. That would have made a difference, I think. Brandon Woodruff, 34 of 50. The truth about that big group break change was they had another thread on their VIP site. Brad and Bohica and Wolfer and that's where they would discuss how they were going to manipulate the forum. That's why Bohica, they waited. They actually, speaking of screenshots from another forum, I have the screenshots. They waited until they knew I had left for vacation because they thought I wouldn't check the forum. And I didn't. I mean, it was up a good day before I even knew about it. But so they posted it. They planned when to post it. And they, went back and forth on what the first post should say. It should sound nonchalant and, and at first sound entirely innocent. And then individual people, like, they scheduled when these people would come in and post. And they were supposed to slowly build it up. Wolfer kind of jumped all over it because he got mad it wasn't going the direction he wanted it to. So he kind of screwed it up. If he hadn't have posted at all, ever, it would have had a bigger impact. But he was kind of easier to see through than the others were. But all those guys, if you notice, a lot of those guys were the 2007 members of the forum that never post, ever. YO Media, Brad, all those guys. I mean, they might make a post, every couple months or only in buy, sell, trade or that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, they all systematically would post in there. And then Calculus Dork was a new member to their site. They had just got him to come over. And so he's in there as a kind of a newer member at the time of both forums. And he's telling people, they should respect them because they've been members for a long time. And all. It was just weird. He was really kind of a lapdog. NL East, Acuna. But I couldn't say any of that because Blowout didn't want it to be known that there was another forum of VIPs and that people from there, they didn't want that out there. Now if something like that would happen, I would blast the shit right out of that. I'd have let them do their little, and then I'd have posted the screenshots. I'd have made every one of them look like, anyway. But at the time, they didn't want me to do that, so I didn't. Unfortunately, it really would have gone a whole different way. In the end, I think it was okay, but I lost a lot of customers over it. I still get slack every once in a while. Anytime somebody's mad, they're like, "Oh, well, look at this thread." Look at this thread here. I'm like, whatever, man. Yeah, but, it was supposed to be this secret. I mean, think about how that thread was going, and then think about if I made a post where basically they were like, you know, watch us, you know, confuse and trick all these idiots. Look at that. Victor Robles, another one. You know, and I had posted the screenshots of them, you know, basically calling the forum a bunch of morons. And watch how easily they're, you know, manipulated. And, you know, they make these posts that are supposed to be sincere, but in reality, they planned what they were going to write over here on this other forum, and they planned when they were going to, oh, it would have been, it would have completely backfired. Unfortunately, I never got to make that post. Which part's that? Which part is more transparent than before? You know, I never really had a problem with it. It was all over the Wolfer thing. And even they didn't have the full story on Wolfer, but I didn't really care. Matt Olson. Oh. I don't know. We kind of had that anyway before. All the group breaks had to be calculated before. It's just what they said at the time, the rule that they were upset about was profit. And there was a rule that said that they wanted you to stay, like, you shouldn't profit more than $100 or something like that. And of course, you know, on a 50 case break, my profit is a hell of a lot more than $100. Sandy Alcantara, and when I talked to Blowout about it, I was like, look, you know, I'm gonna make more than $100 on this. And they were like, oh yeah, that's fine. You know, that's really more for on a single case break, because when they made the rule, nobody was doing multiple cases. Castellanos, you know, so whatever. It's funny, that's like 6 years ago and it still pisses me off. Jackson Stevens, and they never went on and said, hey, you know, Houdini came to us and we told him that that was, you know, just on a single case break and that it wasn't a problem for him to make. They never did that. They never came out and did that. That always, you know, that kind of irked me too. Giancarlo Prism. Irvin Santana Refractor. Tyler Wade Prism. Some breaks are really, really easy, you know, like a clearly authentic break. You know, those are really easy. You're really only dealing with 20 cards, you know. But a break where Miguel Gomez, where you've got a draft, you know, and you've got to handle a draft. Oh man, anybody doing those kind of breaks for $100 is out of their mind. Unless you love it, and then great. But my God, for a draft, you've got to be there. And that was the thing about those old breaks, is they were all drafts. You know, those big Bowman draft breaks, it was all draft your player, and that was insane. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, they are a lot of work. They're less work than a draft. More work up front, but less work in the back end. Rowdy Reed, NL East. The good thing about the auctions is I don't necessarily, except for the actual moment of the auction, I don't have to worry about being there every 15, 20 minutes. You know, I can pop in a couple times a day and update them, you know. The Devers Refractor, nice card. Miguel Andujar auto. AL East. There you go, crew. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there should be 2 of those. Beltre for the Dodgers. NL West. Irvin Santana, AL Central. Purple Refractor. Dominic Smith to 99. NL East, that's a nice card. These freshman flash are pretty rare. I mean, they're numbered to 99, but actually to hit one's really, really rare. Yeah, right. Right. And you know, when all that happened, when that big thread was going on, they had gotten a hold of my wife's phone number. And they were sending her all kinds of just threats and just... And so she wanted me to go back to doing what I was doing before, which was, you know, website content creation, and I didn't want to do it. The money at the time was better. I was making less money doing this, but man, I just liked it so much better. But she was like, no, go back, we need more money, and blah, blah, blah. Oh man, it was terrible. It was horrible. Acuna. And then for a long time, Adrian Beltre. For a long time, she just did not want me to do this. Now that I've got a shop again, it's a little bit easier, I think, because it's, you know, it's not all sitting at the house. Scribner, Angels. I had posted enough personal information. Ohtani Refractor and an Ohtani Refractor insert that they were able to find her Facebook. I wasn't very careful, you know. I just figured we're all friends, and I gave out too much personal information, and from there it was just easy. Devers, that's the variation. That's a nice card, and they were able to do it, and it was really, 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 it was pretty bad. I mean, we were going to get the police involved in everything. That's a nice card, by the way, the Devers variation. That's a really nice card. Yeah, it is. Yes, I'm sure, I promise. Here, I'll even look on the back, but the Devers card's different. Yeah, ends in a 5. You can't see it, but it does. And that was the deal. She was like, if that happens, I mean, it was bad. I mean, she was talking about leaving me over, and it was really bad. What the stuff they were doing was mostly juvenile, but there were some threats in there, and then there was a lot of it was lewd. You know, you can imagine. If you ever saw any of Wolfer's posts, you know what kind of stuff they were, you know, they didn't have any problem saying. Good, I'm glad. Leave it at that. Corey Seager, J.P. Crawford. Clayton Kershaw. Reese Hoskins, Urena. Clint Frazier. How they ended up getting different names is Conforto. There's my birth name that I don't use very often. And then there is my nickname, which everybody calls me. Not Houdini. And then there's the name I put on a shipping label to somebody one time. And it's not a fake name, it's a real name. It's just, it wasn't mine. It was a label I had done through UPS. And the person I had shipping it wasn't me. And so when they got that, they referred to me that on the forum constantly. And so a lot of people just thought that was my name. Otani. Yeah, 700 level nose. Mike Trout. He's been with me since the beginning. Carlos Correa. He's a good guy too. Chris Sale. Andrew Stevenson. Actually, though, he uses the name everybody uses. It's not actually my birth name. But if you use that name here, nobody would know what you're talking about except for my parents. Actually, 700 level and the heel are two of the... They were in the very first break I ever did. The 700 level and the heel. Yeah, I know. He invited my wife and I to stay with him. I'm like, dude, you've got 2 girls. Where in the world are we going to stay? He's like, oh, we'll kick the girls out onto the couch and you guys can have their room. Noah Syndergaard. That was when they had the National there in New Jersey. Kyle Farmer. I didn't go to that one, though. Dodgers. I think that's the only one I've missed in the last 6 years. Yeah, John's a good dude. And he's huge. Have you ever met him? I mean, he's got to be 6'4". And you know who else is really tall? P-Scale. P-Scale's like 6'6". He's really big too. And Robert's really big. I Love Fish. He's really tall. He's as tall as I am. And I'm 6'2". Although if anybody asks, tell them I'm 4 foot and 400 pounds. That's what I tell everybody. Victor Arano, NL East. I know, that's what I was thinking too about Pat. I always thought he had posted in a thread one time that he was 6'6", but I thought he was kidding. Matt Olson out of 99, but he was in Tampa a couple years ago, and my wife and I met him for dinner, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy really is 6'6". Adrian Beltre. Victor Caratini, purple auto, NL Central. Yeah, but Pat's really, really tall. So when it was just the 3 of us working the forum, the average age of the the average height of the mods was like 6'3", 6'4". And Robert's the shortest one, and he's a big dude. Parker Bridwell, Taiwan Walker, Felix Jorge, AL Central. Oh yeah, what's a treasure chest baseball? Reese Hoskins. Otani. Well, the fourth mod, the one I brought on most recently, which actually now has probably been 2 or 3 years. Tanner Scott. I don't think he's very tall. I've never met him in person, but he's probably... Oh, the 32-piece book. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Those are cool cards. How are you going to display that, though? Of course, knowing you, you're just going to do a giveaway. Acuna, Prism. And Herrera, AL West. Yeah, that's cool. Pujols. Greg Allen. Yeah. Greg Bird. People do like those. Now that we made it a little bit smaller again, we got kind of carried away that year we made it 40 days. That was a bit much. Yeah, everybody except for one person sent, and I think I ended up having to ban them. Or maybe they ended up sending. I don't know. One person didn't. And either they eventually did, they were out of town or something, or I banned them. I can't remember. But I think every year, except for maybe the last one, I've had to ban somebody. Tyler Mayle. NL Central, it's a nice card. 10, 18. 18 out of 50. Yeah, that's not, that's not terrible. Another Herrera. Different box, so that's why. It's only really bad when you're doing something like your box, where all it takes is one person, and then it's... No, but we tell him we'll ban them too. Domingo Santana. I had one guy one year tell me he didn't think he had to send because he didn't win. And I was like, don't you realize if everybody did that, nobody would send, and if you won, you wouldn't win anything? I mean, don't you get it? He was like, nope, I didn't win, so I'm not sending my card. Elvis Andrews. I was like, don't worry about it. You just hit this button right here. Gurriel. Right, yeah. Yeah. Castillo. We've got a situation on the forum right now where a Jordan item, Michael Jordan item, a rare one, it's pretty valuable. Guy buys it. Paul Blackburn, AL West Gold Refractor Auto. 21 out of 50 AL West. So he buy that. That's a lot for this hobby case. They had a red and orange and a gold auto in the hobby case. Anyway, so the guy sends it and then sends its signature. It gets signed for the whole deal. Well, then Buddy sends him a message, says, hey, I never got it. And he was like, Otani. He's like, well, I sent it and here's the information. He's like, well, I never got it. Can you get with the post office because I want it? Glaber refractor. And so I end up getting the report. And it's signed, it says reshipper. So the guy is, I'm guessing, seems pretty clear, he's in another country. And he buys this Jordan item, has it shipped to Portland to a reshipping company. And then when the tracking shows delivered, he says to Buddy, I never got it. That's not my name or my buddy's name. Yeah, it definitely could slip through the cracks. And so the guy who sends it's all worried. And I'm like, dude, one, if you send it to the PayPal address, you're covered. I said, and two, he's had you ship it to a reshipping company. You know, once he does that, it's over, you know. It's not your problem anymore. He's shipped it to them. Now he's got to go through them. Maranta, NL West. I don't understand people sometimes. I don't know if this guy is just trying to get over. Because, I mean, obviously he knows it shouldn't even be there yet, you know. Will Myers. And he's got to know he shipped it to a reshipping company, you know. I mean, that's the address he gave. People crack me up. Verdugo. Brandon Woodruff, NL Central. Yes. Yeah, well, this guy didn't realize it. It was a US address. You know, so he really didn't know that he was shipping it internationally. I mean, he wasn't really. He was just shipping it to Portland. Yeah, that's what I think too. That's exactly what I thought. The only thing that could get him is if he didn't ship it to the PayPal address. You know, if he shipped it to another address, then he's done. He's going to lose that claim. Soraka for the Braves. Blue Auto Soraka. I thought we had an Otani, but we don't. I got a guy right now. I don't know if he's doing it, but his item I shipped it a month ago. Last place it says it was Chile, but he's not in Chile. But it like landed in Chile and they scanned it and then it went on to the next place and it's lost. It's gone. That's gonna cost me probably $130. I've shipped to him before without a problem. I just think it just, you know, with international shipping, there's too many hands, you know, touching the package. And maybe he did get it. I mean, it just, you know, they don't always scan it either. That's the other problem with international. Willie Calhoun. Nicky Delmonico, AL Central. I think there's one more auto in here. And it's probably in that pack. But if not, it's in that one. So let's open this one first. I'm gonna watch it be in here. No, okay. Moncada, AL Central, 24 out of 50. and Greg Allen, AL Central. This one was a lot more mixed. The NL East didn't get every single auto. The AL East, though, I only think you got, what, the Andujar, right? Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. All right, so Moncada to 50. Will Myers, Ohtani. Tyler Mahle to 50. Acuna, Ohtani. Ohtani insert. Walker, Olson, Syndergaard. Ohtani, Devers variation. Ohtani refractor, Ohtani insert. Santana, Beltre for the Dodgers. Gomez, Billy Hamilton, Woodruff, Kingery, Castellanos, Ohtani, Polanco, Harrison Bader to 99, Mejia, Banda to 25, Bellinger, Ohtani, and Calhoun to 99. So some nice cards. And then autos, we've got Greg Allen, AL Central. Delmonico, AL Central. NL East, Soraka, that's a blue. Woodruff, NL Central. Maranta, NL West. AL West, Paul Blackburn, gold. Herrera, AL West. Herrera, AL West. AL East, Tanner Scott. AL Central, for Jorge. Victor Caratini, NL Central. Arano, NL East. Kyle Farmer, NL West. NL East, Stevenson. AL West, Scribner. AL East, Urena. Dominic Smith, the 99, NL East. Andujar, AL East. NL East, Reed. And Alcantara. Victor Robles, NL East. Acuna, NL East. That's a nice card. It's not a color though. Tanner Scott, AL East. Bravik Valera, sorry. NL Central. Nito Refractor, NL East. Parker Bridwell, AL West. NL Central, Maya. NL Central, Bader. AL Central, Granite. AL West, Davis. Chance Cisco Refractor for the AL East. And another Nito base auto, NL East. So another 5-color. Victor Robles, probably the best one, I think, out of those. All right, guys. The first break was better, obviously. But the second break, not too shabby. You did end up with more autos than I thought, but the Andujar was the better one. That's for sure. All right, guys. Coming up, we've got Clearly Authentic. So let's see what we can hit out of that one. Let me save this video for you. All right, hold on one second. Yeah. Yeah, Cisco's not terrible. It's just not quite as good. All the redemptions were in the second half. Ended up with 3. Let me get a picture. The first break did have that Glaber, though, redemption. Yeah, I know. I know. It was not in the first one. All right, let me grab that case. All right, guys. This is for Clearly Authentic. Let me go ahead and post in that thread that we're live. All right, you've got the AL East in this one too, though, crew. So let's see. Let's see what I can do for you in this one. Maybe I can make up for the other one. Yeah, he did. All right, crew, let's see if we can get you some AL East cards. We'll probably hit you another Andujar and another Cisco. Eric Thames for the Brewers. NL Central. Another NL Central, Kyle Schwarber. Nice card. Yeah, imagine having the NL East in that first break. AL East, 275, Craig Kimbrell. So you're already on the board. Nice card, too. Not Glaber nice, but nice. I do better when I don't watch. Holy shit. All right, I'm going to save this one for you, okay? I'm not going to show it to you. If the video goes out, it looked like it was 5 of 5, and it'll be one of the best hits. It'll be the best hit I pulled, okay? So just so you know, just in case the video goes out, it's really good. I've got the master video, but I don't want you guys to... Yeah, it's a cool card. We're saving that one. George Springer, 299. George Springer for the Astros, AL West. You know, that might actually not be. It might not be the best one I've pulled out of this. There might have been a couple autos that are better. I don't think so though. It's close. Chris Taylor for the Dodgers, NL West. Brandon Cooks to 99. You know, if I had a Brandon Cooks and I had any sleight of hand and I could just put it in there on top of that card, that would be hysterical, but I don't have that. Paul Blackburn, AL West. Ooh, I like this one. Jose Canseco, AL West, 42 of 199. That's just a cool card. That's a really cool card. I like that one a lot. I just wish it was the 87 or the 86 tops traded. Alcantara for the Marlins. NL East. Right. Yeah, for the Brewers. 16 of 99. I don't even know what that is. And then shake afterwards. This is one of the cards that should make your hand shake anyway. I don't know, to be honest with you. I know there's a big Canseco collector. I just don't think Ozzie Albies, I don't think there's enough Canseco collectors to really lift the value very much. That's a nice card though. Albies, NL East. Oh, here's black parallel 275. And the Sherfy was upside down. They thought so little of this Sherfy auto that it was upside down. NL West, Cisco black to 75 is AL Central. Not Cisco, Mejia. I got Cisco on the brain. Should be one or two more redemptions. Byron Buxton. I've never had more than two. I've never had less than two or more than three. Byron Buxton for the Twins, AL Central. Yeah, probably. Let's see who does get that. 3 Mosstown. Oh, look at that. 2 Cansecos. To 99, Canseco. To 99. Another Alcantara to 99, NL East. Villanueva, NL West. And it's not over yet. Walker Buehler, another one upside down. Rowdy Reed, NL East. Walker Buehler, NL West. It's a good card. Yeah, but generally it's different cards. Like the 2 Cansecos, you know, they're probably in different collation runs, so. But we should not hit 2 Sherfies. But the blue Syndergaard's a nice card. For the NL East. But sometimes you'll hit a parallel of the guy you hit a base of, that kind of thing. The blue is to 25. So Syndergaard to 25. The purple is to 10. Red is generally to 50. The rarer players, I'm sure they're different, you know. AL West, Matt Olson. And last box to open. Segura, AL West to 75. So this is what we've got. AL West, Segura. AL West, Matt Olson. NL East, the Syndergaard. NL West, Scherfy. NL West, Bueller. NL East, Reed. NL West, Villanueva. NL East, Alcantara to 99. Byron Buxton, AL Central. AL Central, the Mejia to 25. Another Scherfy. Brewers, NL Central, Santana. Alcantara again. Paul Blackburn, AL West. NL West, Chris Taylor. AL West to 99, Springer. AL East, Kimbrel. NL Central, Schwarber. NL Central, Thames. AL West, Canseco. NL East, Albies. Another Canseco, AL West. And then this card. Three of 5. Mike Trout, orange. 3 of 5. Yeah, the AL West did really well. Yeah. 3 of 5. So maybe this isn't as good as the Acuna 1 of 10 or the Ohtani to 10, although I kind of think so. So, yeah. Yeah, that's the worst. Dude, Crew, you had some bad luck tonight. That's the worst AL Central's ever done, which is probably not the record you were going for. Probably not the card you were going for. I'll send you something. I got something nice for you. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go ahead and get the picture of that Trout up. I think that's the only one I'll take a picture of and have everybody watch the video. Let me save your video. Oh, you know what? I do want to do a picture with the 2 Cansecos. So I'll do 2 pictures. I forgot about that. If we hadn't hit the Trout, I'd call it the Canseco hot case. All right, guys, I'm going to go off for a minute. No, actually. All right, yeah, I am. I'm going to go off for a minute and then start up again because I've got to do the randoms. I want to do them live for this box break. So if you're watching live right now, just hang out. It's only going to take me a minute. I'm just going to go off and go on. Yeah, I'm doing a box of Chrome right now. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. Like 30 seconds. You'll have to hit refresh, though. Usually you have to hit refresh. So I see we got 9 people watching. Count to 60 and hit refresh, and you'll see me. I'll be back up.